pastor in this country who went to the US to sue me for defamation.
Isn't it funny that somebody who claims to have power, a man whose church member have the power to buy every spirit and every generational curse, we then get fire to buy them. Don't you find it funny and interesting that such pastor now court they take fight up and down? If you are thinking of the pastor, now pastor of MFM, Dr. D.K. Olukoya, only God know how many people do that pastor don't carry go courts. These are the list of the people who don't carry go court. In fact, I was surprised when I saw say you don't carry Sowore to go court before. Make we hear Sowore court case first. May I come, in case you don't know, mention the people where Olukoya don't carry go courts. No be only court sef. Some people they wait law for prison for 9 years. We come out, we say love them for prison for good 9 years for doing it nothing, according to the victims. Make we hear Sowore first.
Pastor in this country who went to the US to sue me for defamation.
Pastor kwa?
Yes.
Which pastor be that?
He's the MFM Geo. Yes.
Kola something.
Baba
Olukoya. He sued me for defamation in the US.
Why not Nigeria?
He went to Calabar to sue me. He didn't make much progress because I wasn't in Nigeria. They couldn't serve me. So, but he wasn't interested in service. He just wanted to, according to him, teach me a lesson. So he came to the forum, and we were in court for a long time. And then when we reached a point, that's why you don't sue for defamation anyhow in the US. They said to him, sir, there's some allegation against you in the UK that they're taking money from your church and bringing it to Nigeria.
Hallelujah.
Yes. How do you explain that? He said, and he will provide explanation. They said, but you said that we defamed you. How did we defame you? Did you lose any money? He had already boasted that since the defamation started, that his number of members of his church has increased. So they say you didn't lose anything. But can you show to us, sir, by the text messages you received, how many people felt bad because this story was written against you? I said there are thousands of them, thousands of emails. Okay, no vex. So go and provide the evidence. That's what they call discovery. Now, so Baba no come back.
Oh, well. Then that's how you want.
So we went to the judge and said, the man hasn't proven his case. Do you know what the judge did? He awarded me $7,000.
Oh, he paid?
For his refusal to answer to our discovery request.
And a person tax they won't give you like that.
Now so the money come out of
Like,
Olukoya and court case be like 5 and 6. Olukoya and court case be like fish and water. So he carry Sowore to go court. He carry and go court in Nigeria, Ilule. He can't go US. US is not Nigeria. You carry for defamation of character, go US, then go take time, check everything, ask questions from both sides. And from what you can heard, Sowore said he was set free because after some questions, Olukoya no appear again, and he was asked to pay $7,000 to Sowore. That is from tithe and offering money. Anyway, let us go into the list of people where Olukoya has taken to court, at least in the last few years that we know. There's this very sad story of 3 people, Henry, Caleb, and the third person. I can't remember the third man's name now. The 3 people that were said to have issues with MFA, and they were arrested. And the story was get Caleb plenty, no be small Caleb. They were arrested and accused of wanting to steal from MFM, but there was no evidence. It's a very long story and very sad one. And these are the 3 victims: Henry, Caleb, and this other man. I can't remember his name. His name is not just coming up now. So those 3 people, they were put in jail for over 9 years. It took the intervention of a judge to actually set them free, that there was no basis for why they were locked up. Up till now, they have not been paid compensation, and these people are still out there saying they were locked up unjustly and they need compensation. But unfortunately, because Nigeria is what it is, these people were once worker in MFM. They said they deserve to be paid, even if you are going to lay them off after even all the injustice. Up till now, no justice for them. That is one story. Maureen Badejo is very popular on social media. She's a social media personality. a public figure. She's another victim of Olukoya court case. Olukoya took her to court in Nigeria, I think Abeokuta, Olulede too. He now went to UK. I think something went wrong. The lawyer did not represent Maureen very well. So that's another story for another day. Funke Ashekun, this is Funke Ashekun, is a member of MFM. In fact, one of the strong, close personality to the general overseer of MFM. As of today, Funke Ashekun has been taken to court, I think 2 or 3 times by MFM. And they've been in and out of court cases. And today, Funke Ashekun is talking about her experience and a lot of things concerning Olukoya and the church of MFM. Another person that he has taken to court is Richard, Akintunde Richard. Akintunde Richard, he used to be his choir leader. They fell apart. There were accusations here and there. Until I'm talking, they are still in court. Richard and MFM and Olukoya. You can't separate Olukoya from MFM. You can't separate MFM from Olukoya. So if I say MFM, you know. So they are still in court as I'm talking now. Richard has been locked up several times, arrested without warrant, without search and everything several times. He's been in and out of, in the way, he was even locked up for several times. That's another case. Now, this is another man, Mr. Sunday Barua. Presently, this Mr. Sunday Barua that you are looking at on my screen, the man is seriously ill due to being locked up several times, taken to court. In fact, he almost even cried at the point. He came out, he has been talking. Presently, as I'm talking, he needs serious help for his medical issues that he developed when he was incarcerated. So that's another victim of Olukoya and MFM court saga and prison saga. Another sad victim is a very young boy. A boy who was trying to get something doing in blogging, who developed interest in doing blogging. And he started writing story. He got this story from Sahara reporters, according to him, concerning MFM and the people they were talking, accusing MFM of one thing or the other, Olukoya of one thing or the other. And he wrote a story about Olukoya on his blog spot. The same defamation of character that Olukoya carried Sowore for is the same defamation of character he carried Adewale Ajimisogbe for. This boy was arrested in Akure. His mother is a blind woman. The father is old. They live in suburb of Akure. This boy was arrested, and this is Adewale Ajimisogbe. He was arrested in Akure. He was locked up without prosecution for almost over 6 months, until some people came to his rescue and he was released. Despite being released, he still has a court case. The last court case, the last court appearance they went for, they didn't tell him the actual date, and I think he was able to sort it out with his lawyer. So they postponed the court case to another date, which I'm not sure of the real date now. So the boy is just a 23-year-old boy. This boy was locked up because he has a case with Olukoya. Now, from everything that we have seen, and only God knows how many other people cannot come out to talk, but one thing is for sure is that Olukoya seems to like court cases. And probably because he has money to hire lawyers, or probably because Nigeria is what it is, where police can be bought and they will do anything and just lock people off without without prosecuting them, without them being, prosecuting them and say, oh yeah, you are guilty of this, oh yeah, go to jail. They will just lock them up and they will be there for a long time. Most of these people, especially Barua, and those 3 other ones that spent years in jail, today are dealing with serious medical issues. And one thing my question is, if somebody say, I am a man of God, and this is what we find him doing, what do we say to this? Not only that, this man claims to have power, and his members too believe he has power to buy spirits, talk less of human being. Of course, according to what they make us believe, is that spirits are stronger than physical. This same person who claims he has power to buy spirits and tells his member to pray, and they will pray that every spirit, every kiniko that is worrying them, every of their enemy should die right now. That is to die right now by fire. How come he has to go to court to fight a case and he cannot use the same power to fight these people? It's just a question. How come? How come that all his fighting is always ending in court, to the extent that kò mọmọdé kò màgbà, kò sẹ́ni tí ò lè gbé lọ sí court? There is nobody he cannot take to court. If possible, he go carry belle go court. If possible, pikin wey dem born, wey dem dey bring out of, wey come out of blood, wey dem just born, it's possible he will take them to court with everything we are seeing. Anyway, these are the list of his victims. E be like say the man like court case. So Olukoya and court case now like 5 and 6. They are like fish and water. They can't do without each other. Thanks for watching.